What's good, y'all, man? We're back again with another video. I don't know to y'all, but to me, that Lakers versus Bucks game that we just watched was the best game of the year so far. You do got like the Celtics versus the Cavs, the two games that they had, the overtime games, and even the Celtics versus Heat game that just got over. That was a really good game. But this game was just so fun, and it was like a real battle. Like they was going back and forth, back and forth. The first half, the Lakers kind of came out strong, like really strong. Anthony Davis had 23 in the first half. Russell Westbrook had 8 assists in the first half. They came out really strong. The shooters was hitting their shots. But in that second half, that's when Giannis turned it up and the Bucks came back and they kind of got into the game. And then AD and Giannis went into the fourth quarter with 30 points. And it was just up in the air after that. The Bucks just couldn't seem to get the lead back because shout out to our big three. And this video is mostly going to be about the Lakers, but I just want to do a little recap of the game. But shout out to our big three because they did everything. They played extra minutes. They started the fourth quarter and played most of the fourth quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if one person in our big three played the whole fourth quarter. Like, they really battled in that fourth quarter. And we needed it, bro. We needed it because Giannis at that moment, he was dogging, he was hooping. But even with our big three playing, he still started going crazy. Drew Holiday was doing this thing. I believe he had 6 or 7 threes. Bobby Portis kind of gave them an extra oomph in that fourth quarter. And also with Brook Lopez, that critical block on Anthony Davis was a really good block. It was a really good game, back and forth, and then it got to the clutch minutes. You will have a Giannis and one, Anthony Davis and one, 2 back-to-back LeBron threes, Drew Holiday 3, Brook Lopez and one. Like, it was just so back and forth, back and forth. I believe AD had 43 and 12, and Giannis had 40 and 6. Really dominant game for both of them. At first, you got people talking about Anthony Davis's punking Giannis in the first half. He wasn't. All of them buckets that he was getting was on Brook Lopez. He was dogging Brook Lopez, who's a leader and defensive player of the year. Probably not after today because Anthony Davis was also elite on defense. But he was dogging it. He was dogging Brook Lopez's ass. And then that fourth quarter, Giannis just didn't really give a fuck who was in front of him. And I'm happy that, like, when I went on the timeline, I didn't see why isn't Giannis guarding Anthony Davis or why isn't Anthony Davis guarding Giannis, because people got to realize it's roles in basketball, bro. Anthony Davis is literally our anchor. We don't have time for him to go on a 1-on-1 matchup. We can't do that because we don't have the defenders to help him out if something else was to happen around there. Like, Anthony Davis has to be the anchor. With Giannis is just a free safety. He doesn't really stick man to man. That's why he's called the best help defender of all time, because he's just a free safety. Wherever the ball is at, he has his eyes on and he's going to make the play. So I'm happy that we didn't get to see that. But the one-on-one matchup between them two, you can kind of see that they were like not going at each other. But when Giannis got a bucket, Anthony Davis would come down there and get a bucket. And it was a really good game. Really good game. Bucks, Chris Middleton came back. He didn't really look bad at all. Like, he still looked like Chris Middleton. He just wasn't as aggressive as he usually was. First game back after 6-7 months not playing. I expect them to be really good. Like, they look really good this today. One thing they really do need to get is a backup scorer, not a backup like point guard or nothing, like a backup scorer. Jordan Clarkson, they should be calling for his name. But that's it with the Bucks. My whole thing with bringing this video is the Lakers. Now, this game, and not only this game, like this whole stretch of wins, we're 7-2 in our last 9. This whole stretch has shown me a lot. With the West being so open, I believe the top team has 15 wins, and that's the Suns. And everybody views the Suns the same way. Not we all love Devin Booker, because a lot of people actually hate Devin Booker. I love Devin Booker, but I know that Suns team, I cannot trust them going into the playoffs. And we look at teams below them. The Nuggets, they're dealing with defensive problems. The Warriors, they're 11-11. The Pelicans, they're too young. We have a chance to legit come out the West. We have never seen the West this open. And with us looking like really, really good in the last month, I wouldn't, but like, we look good, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. And this is my whole thing, because we're about to do it again. Rob Pelinka, I just seen a rumor earlier that said the Lakers are thinking about trading Russell Westbrook and those 2 picks to get DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic. This is why I don't fucking like Rob Pelinka, because he doesn't know how to be a general manager. He's a terrible fucking general manager. Why the fuck are you seeing Anthony Davis? I'm sorry, I keep hitting my desk. You see the camera shaking. But why are you seeing Anthony Davis dominate in the paint for the last 15 games, and you go out there and you get a person that's going to clog the paint with Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan. Just because they have the names, they're multiple-time All-Stars, they're max players. Why the fuck would you do that? That don't make that shit. That's a dumbass trade. That's a dumbass thing to think about. When we're looking at this team in the last 15 games, it's obvious what the fuck we need. We have the defense. We're still a top 5 defense. LeBron is starting to get it together. Russell Westbrook is, come on now, he's 6th Man of the Year candidate. Anthony Davis is about to touch that MVP candidate. We just need shooting. That's the only obvious thing we need. Even though we shot the ball well, pretty well today. LeBron hit a couple threes. Even Lonnie Walker hit back-to-back threes. Anthony Davis hit 2 threes, 2 in the clutch. Like, we shot it good today. But the obvious thing that we fucking need is a shooter. We don't need fucking DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic. That is dumb as shit. And if we do that, it's gonna go back downhill. Because I believe putting DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic is worse than putting Russell Westbrook next to Anthony Davis and LeBron. Because at least Russell Westbrook, he tries to take the 3-point shots. And I'm not talking about Vucevic right now because he's a good 3-point shooter. He tries to take the 3-point shot, and he's even good at taking 3-point shots. But doing that for DeMar DeRozan, putting him outside on the 3 while LeBron's in the paint, while Anthony Davis in the paint, that will hurt his game. And when you're hurting his game, he's not really effective at all. At all. And we're a good defense, and Russell Westbrook is a big part of that. His effort, his defense in the paint, he's a big part of that. One thing he's not a big part of is his like off-ball defense is like bad, like really bad. But so is LeBron's. But still, that would ruin us bad. And the fact that he's even thinking about doing that trade, like I seen that rumor earlier and I was pissed because I was like, yo, you're doing it again. You already dig this in the hole with trading for Russell Westbrook. But now that we're playing good and Russell Westbrook is finally starting to fit, why the fuck are you thinking about trading him? Trade Patrick Beverley, who came to us to be a good defender, hasn't even done that. I guess he wanted to try to set a culture. No. Trade him. He hasn't done shit for us. Why the fuck are you thinking about trading Russell Westbrook, where he's a leading candidate and 6th Man of the Year, and he's finally starting to play well next to LeBron and Anthony Davis, to where I wouldn't even mind if he starts again, but we don't need it because now LeBron is playing the point, and now we're seeing Anthony Davis being dominant. And when is the last time we see Anthony Davis be dominant? When LeBron was playing the point. This is what I'm saying with Rob Pelinka. He doesn't understand basketball, and he's only up there because you know why. He's only in the front office because one reason. I don't even want to say it, but like it's obvious. So just looking at this Lakers team, like I said, back to my point earlier, that like we can actually do something with this shit. And this is not a fucking overreaction. You don't see a team with this good of a defense, and with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and be like, oh, that's an overreaction if I say they can go to the fucking championship, because that's not, especially with this Anthony Davis. And man, we're 25 games in. I don't see him getting a big injury. Unless he lands on somebody's fucking ankle, and we're fucked. We're fucked if that happens. But if he doesn't, I don't see him getting a big injury. LeBron, he gets these little ticky-tacky injuries, but we're good enough to show that. We've shown y'all we're good enough to win without him for a couple games. If we have Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook is playing good like this off the bench, the one thing we fucking need is a real legit shooter, because we don't have that. Lonnie Walker can shoot it. Austin Reeves can shoot it. Thomas Bryant can shoot it. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Even LeBron can shoot it. We need a shooter though. We need a legit sniper. Is like I told y'all in a video I recorded before. It's a difference between a person that can shoot and a shooter. A person that can shoot is fucking. Why did I think about doing it? A person that can shoot is Drew Holiday. He's a shooter, but he can shoot. But an actual shooter is Pat Connaughton, who can shoot 6-7 a game and make you 5. Like. That's what the difference is, and that's what we need. So if we can try to flip, we don't need Miles Turner. If we can just try to flip Pat Bev and maybe Max Christie or somebody else that makes up the money to go get Buddy Hield, who's only making like 18 while Pat Bev is making 13. If we can do that and add them 2 picks. Why the fuck do we need them picks? Our future is already fucked. So add that and we get Buddy, and we're running out a LeBron, Buddy, Lonnie, who's our 4? I can't think of it right now. Oh, Pat Bev. Pat Bev will play too, so it'd be, I'm trading him. Fuck it, you know who the starting lineup is. And then we got Russell Westbrook, Thomas Bryant, Wenyen Gabriel off the bench. That sounds nasty, but the way we've been playing, it looks good. Buy into that instead of buying into the fucking names, because the fucking names will fuck us, and like this whole video would be pointless. This game should show you that this core three, this top three is legit. A lot of pieces around it are kind of legit. Austin Reeves is legit. We just got to trade that number 21 man because he just sucks. He sucks, bro. I love Pat Bev. I always love Pat Bev, but it just don't work. It don't. Go somewhere else with that bullshit, bro. It don't. And shout out to you for pushing DeAndre Ayton, but other than that, go somewhere else with that bullshit. So, Lakers are back. Bucks, y'all are like scary. And I tweeted this on Instagram. I tweeted this on Instagram. It's hilarious. I tweeted this on Twitter. Watching this game makes me want a Giannis versus Anthony Davis series. We probably won't ever get it, like we never got a LeBron versus Kobe series, but I feel like we will be robbed of getting that series because these are legit two of the top 75 players of all time. One's 28, they're both 28. So you're top 75, you're 28. So they have time. They're reaching their peaks. I think Giannis is there. I think Anthony Davis is there. So these niggas, these dominant figures we're seeing, we're going to see that for the next 7 years. And I just pray we get, why did I spit like that? I just pray we get one series. One series. Not even finals. I just need one series because today showed me a lot, bro. They was not going at each other specifically, but like you score, I score, you score, I score. It was fun. It was amazing. It was amazing to watch. But I don't want to talk y'all heads off, man. I'm going to go watch this Warriors versus Chicago game because I got money on Clay. Peace out.